Welcome to English Growth Zone, where we grow together by learning English through powerful and meaningful stories. In today's lesson, you will improve your listening and reading skills while discovering an inspiring journey about confidence, courage, and consistency. This is the story of a boy who once feared English but slowly transformed his weakness into his greatest strength. Listen carefully, focus on the vocabulary, and remember, progress begins with one small step. Anan was an intelligent and curious boy, but there was one subject that always made him uncomfortable: English. Whenever the teacher asked students to read aloud, his heart started beating faster. The words on the page seemed heavy and difficult. He worried about mispronouncing simple sentences. Because of this fear, he avoided raising his hand, avoided speaking in class, and often told himself that English was simply not meant for him. At home, he would see his classmates posting videos online, speaking English confidently. He compared himself to them and felt even more discouraged. The more he compared, the smaller his confidence became. Slowly, he built a belief in his mind that fluency was a gift only a few people had. One evening, while walking through a nearby park, Ion noticed an old gardener planting small seeds in the soil. The gardener worked patiently, watering each spot carefully. Curious, Ion returned the next day and saw nothing had changed. The ground still looked the same. Days later, tiny green sprouts finally appeared. The plants did not grow overnight. They grew slowly, silently, but steadily. That simple observation changed something inside him. He realized learning English was just like planting seeds. At first, progress is invisible. You practice, you repeat, you make mistakes, and it feels like nothing is improving. But beneath the surface, growth is happening. From that day forward, Ion decided to change his approach. Instead of trying to be perfect, he focused on being consistent. He created a small daily routine. Every morning, he learned 5 new words and wrote sentences using them. In the evening, he listened to short English stories and repeated sentences aloud. He practiced pronunciation in front of a mirror, correcting himself patiently. Some days were frustrating, but he reminded himself of the growing plants in the park. Weeks passed, and subtle changes began to appear. He started understanding English movies without subtitles. He could form sentences faster. His pronunciation became clearer. The fear that once controlled him slowly lost its power. Confidence replaced hesitation. One day, his teacher announced a short English presentation competition. Earlier, Ion would have avoided such an opportunity, but this time he decided to participate. He prepared carefully, practiced daily, and focused on clarity rather than perfection. When he stood in front of the class, he felt nervous, but he did not let fear stop him. He spoke with calm determination. His presentation was not flawless, but it was confident and sincere. When he finished, he realized something important. Fluency is not about speaking fast. It is about speaking with courage. It is not about knowing every word. It is about using the words you know. By the end of the year, Ion was no longer the silent boy at the back of the class. He had become someone who believed in progress, someone who understood that mastery is built through daily effort. English was no longer a mountain. It had become a journey, and he was walking it proudly. Ion's story teaches us a powerful lesson. You do not need extraordinary talent to learn English. You only need patience, practice, and the courage to continue when it feels difficult. Growth may be slow, but it is always possible.
And just like a seed turning into a strong tree, your English can grow. One word, one sentence, one day at a time.